Are you guys ready to sip this frozen tea? Watch out. It's not piping hot this time. It's cold. Real cold. We've watched the first Frozen movie together
at least 100
over,
times. Every time, we notice new things about the movie, and I'm like, how did I not see that the last 99 times? So, now we want to dive into Frozen 2, because your girl is going to be first in line in November when that comes out. So, get ready. So I thought I could say some of the common theories I hear all the time, and I'll see what we think about them. Okay, so the first one is that I always see on the internet or whatever that,
oh my gosh, Frozen 2 is going to be about Anna having fire powers because Elsa's ice and Anna is fire.
and
So here's my thoughts. In the first movie, the entire movie, I was just thinking the plot's going to turn and Anna's going to be the one to melt all the ice in the whole village.
I mean, she kind of
Never
did
happened.
a little bit.
She did with her love,
Yeah, that's true.
but she didn't have any powers. And I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't, especially after the second preview and it shows the little clip with the pink magic. It threw me off a little bit because it didn't look like it was evil, but it wasn't blue, and Elsa's magic is always blue.
I think she would know that she has some kind of power by now. She probably would have accidentally set something on fire. She froze to death, so I feel like if she could freeze to death, she probably doesn't have fire power. But maybe other people in the Frozen universe have powers.
I'm pretty sure the troll says nothing is as it seems,
It's true.
or there's more to the story, and I think it's that they're hiding something. The trolls are sketchy, and I think that there's something in the family lineage that we don't know. I also think the parents, they're the reason they were so scared of the powers, because
They know a lot.
I think they know way more than they let off, and I
Yeah.
think it has to do with something in their family or somebody that
And honestly, the dad seemed more scared, and I think it's because the mom had powers. I think the mom is very similar to Elsa. The dad just was like, oh my gosh, I haven't experienced this, it's scary. The second theory that I hear all the time is that Elsa and Anna are Tarzan's sisters.
I like that theory, but
I'm not gonna lie, I hate it. It doesn't make any sense.
when I first saw it, I was like, oh my god, if they pull that off, if somebody is able to make that theory realistic, I'm here for it. But they just couldn't. They just didn't have the facts.
And Frozen and Tarzan aren't even in the same time period. It doesn't make any sense. So I just gotta debunk that. It doesn't even make sense. And the parents don't even look similar to Anna and Elsa's parents. I don't know. I think people are reaching. That's a reach.
That is a reach.
And, that conspiracy, debunked. Okay, so here's what we know about Frozen 2. We got Elsa and Anna traveling outside of Arendelle, and I'm pretty sure it's to the north, so I don't think it's going to be to the Southern Isles. I said that right? They're going to go to the north?
Yeah, north.
They're going north, so I'm assuming, geographically, Southern Isles, south. So, I think that's out. I also was like, what if, Rapunzel was in the first movie? What if they're going to Corona? But it's, a lot warmer, so I feel like that's southern. I'm gonna make that assumption. So, I don't think either of those two things are gonna happen, but they could be going more into, if Arendelle's its own country, separate from Norway, what if they're going into the more Norwegian countryside kingdom, and they're like, whoa, so much out there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. So we know that they're gonna leave. We know that Elsa's powers are gonna be put to the test.
Right.
And we know that there's a horse in the water. And I was doing a little digging, And I found out that there is a Norwegian kind of folk tale about the Nok, N-O-K-K, Nok the horse. And the Nok is this mythical spirit creature, and it's a water creature that uses its powers to guard the secrets of the forest. So, I think that it's testing to see how worthy Elsa is of going on her journey. And
So you think the horse is good?
I don't know, I think it's like angry. I think it's just like I've been tricked
because
too many
the
times.
troll goes, for so long we've been worried that Elsa's powers were too much, but now we just hope that they're enough. So maybe the horse is like...
The horse is going to test her.
The horse is going to see if she is enough.
Mm-hmm. That's what I think.
Yeah.
So that's what we know. There's a random guy and girl in the forest, and they look kind of like Anna and this random guy, but my thinking is that she has powers because he's like in the forest in the leaves and like it's like a little tornado.
So you think she's the one with the pink powers?
Maybe.
That could be it.
Yeah, that could be the tea. We also know it's fall. I'm gonna make that assumption. And we know that Anna has some sick sword skills. We already knew that Anna, you don't want to mess with Anna, but...
Yeah. Anna just keeps...
She doesn't have
back.
ice powers, but she has sword powers. That's a fact. So my first conspiracy that I think is that the two people in the forest are Kristoff's real family, because they do not address that at all in the first movie. He just kind of shows up and the rock trolls are like, "You're adopted, come join us." So my conspiracy is that Kristoff is family with the two people, and I think that's a big plot in the movie.
Or just even wherever they're going, maybe Kristoff is from.
Yeah, that could be it too.
Yeah.
Because I feel like
Where did Kristoff come from?
that's just such a hole. We don't know anything about that, and like, it can't be an accident. So
yeah. Kristoff needs to have some sort of meaning to like go along with them.
yeah.
So maybe he knows around the area that they're going.
Yeah. And into that, my other conspiracy is that the trolls seem a little shady to me. I'm not gonna lie, and that's some tea.
I've always thought that.
That's some tea. Because they know more about Elsa's powers than they tell the king and queen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can tell. They don't really say that much. Then they're just like, hide it. And I just feel like that's not good advice. And they should know that.
Yeah, and I feel like, so now they're encouraging Elsa, like now they're telling everyone that Elsa's gonna be the one to save us, but before it was like, pretend you don't even have them. Like, I don't know, they obviously know way more, and the fact that they were trying to prevent her from learning to use her powers, if they knew something like this was gonna come.
And conveniently, their new son, Kristoff, is now being pressured to marry Anna on the spot, who's royalty. That's some shady rock trollage.
And as soon as Anna showed up, they were just so approving
They're
of
like,
it.
get married.
Yeah.
So, to me, I don't know. I feel like that's going to come into it, especially because in the new trailer, there's these giant rock creatures. And I can't tell if they're rocks or if they're like snow creatures, like marshmallow. They kind of look like that.
Trolls.
I think they could
Like
be
they're
giant
boulders
trolls. Yeah.
That roll around.
I know. So to me, I'm like,
Indiana Jones style.
I feel like you're helping, but in the least helpful way. Suspicious.
Yeah.
And that's the conspiracy here. The other conspiracy is that what if we're not done with Hans? I mean, he just kind of like packed up and left, and he has a bunch of brothers that may not think too kindly of Anna and Elsa after they discontinued their trade with the Southern Isles. So
I think it's a possibility.
it could
but
happen.
I just feel like I'm over Hans and meh.
I just kind of feel like he didn't get enough of like a consequence for like literally trying to kill Anna and Elsa. Honestly, based off the trailers, like there's no indication of Hans, so I don't know. That's just a personal note that I thought. I'm like, I feel like something bad needs to happen to him. Just
I
like,
agree.
I mean,
wouldn't be
not
mad.
death,
Yeah.
but something.
Yeah.
My last conspiracy, it's not really a conspiracy, it's more of like a fingers crossed that I really hope that we get to see Anna and Elsa in their new outfits in the parks, because Elsa's rocking, you know,
I
bodysuit,
love her
pants
look,
look. Her hair's down,
Athleisure.
Anna's hair's down, and it'd be fresh to death. And I don't know if they will, because they usually go with like the original movie, but I really hope that when we visit Anna and Elsa, that maybe once at least, or like an event or something, they'll like bust out
I could see like maybe a parade or like
their new look, or like a Halloween, like for the premiere or something. Like,
yeah,
I just think that'd be
that
really
would
cool,
be so cool.
especially with the new hairstyles. I'm really excited for that.
I like the hairstyles.
Yeah, I just think it'd be really fun to see a little outfit switch up, because they've got a lot of looks in their movies, and I counted a handful on Elsa alone in Frozen 2.
That's what I love that about the first movie is the outfit changes.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Like even some of the other newer Disney princess movies, like Tangled, she's basically in her pink and purple dress the whole movie. Or is she just in the dress the whole movie?
Well, she has like a little wedding outfit.
Oh, that's true.
But
I just get excited.
it's like
with
for
outfit
2
changes.
seconds.
It's just exciting.
I
Like,
know.
The
And
most,
Elsa's
the
rocking
most
some purple
iconic moment for me
in Frozen 2.
is I saw the first movie in theaters. I remember like the moment that she like let her hair down and walked out in her sparkly blue dress. I was like, yes, queen. Like she
That's
looked
crazy.
bomb. She was working that dress. And that was like when I just fell in love with Elsa. I was like, yes, this is my girl.
This isn't really a conspiracy, but I hope Anna gets her time in like just some outfit that's just like rocks everyone's world.
Yeah, Elsa needs to come out in her like sparkly dress moment.
Yeah.
Anna has matured.
Yeah.
Like
You can
she-
tell, like her face looks a little
like
older.
from the first movie, she was so like bubbly and youthful, and like she just seems like she's like grown up a little from the second movie.
Do you think this is like fall right after? Because it's obviously summer in Frozen, and then it turns to winter, and then
Oh my
it's summer
gosh.
again. They bring back summer. Do you think it's
I
like
kind
that
of
fall,
hope-
or
I
do you
kind
think it's
of
like
hope.
5 years later?
No, I hope. I don't know.
Because Anna seems a little older.
I don't want
Switch
them
up
to
her look, but also like, I just want to know the story is just like continuing. But also, they've had Frozen shorts. There's been Christmas. That
that's
happened.
true.
It's been Anna's birthday. I'm hoping, you know, every time a trailer comes out, Josh Gad and Kristen Bell are like spilling the tea a little bit on Twitter. And they're like, oh, you're going to be so shook.
Yeah.
So I think it's like, what, 6 months until
oh my god.
it comes out. So there's time. We could see a little more. And I keep seeing random leaks of like screenshots and foreign posters, and they just tell
I
a
also
little bit more
love.
of the
I love
story.
how vague it is, though. Like, I'm glad they're not like showing a lot of the dialogue and like more of the like mythical, magical stuff.
That way we're just like
Because I
mind
don't.
blown.
Yeah, I don't. I want to be in theaters and be surprised and like have it be experience.
I know.
And I enjoy a little teaser.
That's the tea on Frozen 2, our conspiracies. If you like hearing about Frozen and Disney, you should subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, Zoe the Redhead, Lucy.Gregson, and
Yes.
you'll probably...
Get you a friend that knows your handle,
Yeah, off the top of my head.
even the dot.
That's Instagram. I'll tag her. I'll tag her YouTube too. Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's the tea. The Frozen tea.